Hello, welcome to this abundance session, is what I'm calling it. So today we are going to, in a sense, clear out negative beliefs surrounding money or just abundance or prosperity. I know that I've had issues with limiting beliefs about money. I've had issues with scarcity, stability, and this is a session that will help you with that because this is a subliminal session. This is a segment before we go into the subliminal. So if you would like to skip to that part, you're welcome to do that. But I want to explain the concept behind this particular subliminal. So we're going to be using this as our ASMR subliminal representation. And we're also going to be using rice. So this is, let me put this down. This is jasmine rice. This is probably some of my favorite rice other than Thai rice, just because of how soft it is whenever you cook it and how good it tastes whenever you make it with beans. We just had beans and rice last night. We didn't use this particular rice, but it's still so good. Very delicious. Rice is a symbol of prosperity, a symbol of abundance in most cultures. And if you look at it, whenever you see weddings happen, some weddings, not all weddings, but some people prefer rice to be thrown on the groom and bride because they believe that this will help their marriage and bring prosperity to them. So rice is very important. So I decided to use rice as a representation for milk or money. This is a Medela bottle. It attaches to it has another attachment, and it becomes a handheld pump. I used to use this to produce breast milk, human milk, and when I would pump, I would notice that the handheld pump would be a little better because I would get all the way up to about 5 ounces in this little pump, believe it or not. And I just want to explain how breast milk or human milk, how we release human milk, is just like a deposit of money. It really is. When you release human milk, let's say the first day you just had your baby, you are going to produce about 1 to 2 tablespoons, no, not tablespoons, I'm sorry, 1 to 2 teaspoons of breast milk the first day, just because your baby's stomach is so small. And for the first week of birth, you will probably produce 1/2 ounce to 2 ounces. But that's only if you are consistent in removing milk. And then sometimes your milk can be delayed when coming in. And so you have to stay consistent. You have to keep releasing. The more milk you release from your body, the more milk you will have because of prolactin. When the baby is at the breast or when the pump is removing milk from the breast. The pump, or which would be the pump flange, or the baby's mouth is sucking. The baby is releasing oxytocin, which is the release hormone. So it's causing a release of milk. When it causes that release of milk, prolactin, the milk hormone that produces milk, is going to say in your brain, oh, there is a need for milk because someone or something is sucking the breast. So I'm going to increase the supply. Isn't that amazing? That is what happens when we release money as well, because money is an energy. The more you release, you make a deposit. It's like an endless flow. The more you don't, you shouldn't worry about money whenever you do release it, because an abundant person, if they are releasing money, if they already have a lot of money, they don't worry about releasing it. And so in a sense, they make more because they are releasing. Their balance is going up. Hopefully that is making sense. So let's use this as an example. So we're just going to get out my rice and show you all this. Still has that crunchy ASMR sound. So let's say the first day, let's say the first week, you are removing milk. Let's give you an ounce because you removed milk. So let's say this bag represents prolactin. You just pumped and you just released milk for the first week. I'm trying to make it where it doesn't fall out. But that's okay, because if it all falls out, your cup has runneth over. And you all know what that means. That is a classic Bible reference where your abundance is so heavy. Just a little. You've made it to an ounce. You've made it to an ounce. And let's say you keep on pumping for that for that 1 to 2 weeks. Let's say you're getting all the way up to 2 ounces per session. Now you're at 2 ounces. And let's say we're at a month now. When the baby reaches a month, they require more milk. Their intake is about 2.5 to 5 ounces per feeding. So let's increase your supply, because you've been pumping, or you have been feeding at the breast consistently, releasing milk, making deposits, so your money increases or your milk increases. So much milk. Just look at it. You have so much milk coming in, so much money coming in. This is an amazing analogy. And I want to say something. If you're still like, wait a minute, I don't know how breast milk or human milk or rice is going to help me manifest or is going to give me the right or the correct subliminal I'm looking for, but it will, because let's look at it, let's think about a vision board. When you have a vision board, there are some things on that vision board that represent something that you want. It may not be the exact thing that you want, but it represents what you really want. Like you could put a picture of a, let's say how do you say it? What is it called? Is it a certificate on your vision board? Or you could put a picture of your diploma on a vision board, or your degree. And really what you want is a cap and gown. That would probably be a better representation, right? A picture of a student in a cap and gown, graduating from college or whatever type of school that they're graduating from. That would probably be a better representation, but most of the time, people put a degree on there or a certification or something like that as a representation. So that's not exactly what you want, but you do still end up getting your manifestation most of the time. I know for me, I have a lot of things on my vision board that represented the things that I wanted, but it wasn't exactly the thing I wanted. Like I had jewelry, a piece of jewelry on my vision board that I put that on there to represent what I really wanted. I wanted this beautiful necklace from Hawaii when I went on a trip to Hawaii. And so the piece of jewelry wasn't really the exact same piece of jewelry, but it represented that piece of jewelry. And then the kind of piece of jewelry that I did get was more expensive than the picture of jewelry, piece of jewelry that was on my vision board, to be honest, because my vibration was higher. And I really believe and I really feel like you receive or you get what you are on the vibration for. So I hope that is making sense. So this can act, and that's really what a subliminal is if we're talking about picture subliminals, video subliminals. That's really what that is. A subliminal, in a sense, represents something that you want. So use this. Whenever you think about me pouring that rice, which would represent the milk, human milk inside of that bottle, think about releasing milk, because you are abundant. You're a rich person. You spend money all the time and you always get it back. It always comes back to you. So if you think about that in a sense, the more you release, the more abundant you become. The more you produce, the more money you produce. I love that analogy so much. I thought about that today, and I was like, I have to send this message out. And I have to get up, and I thought about putting makeup on and getting all ready for this video, but didn't have to do that. This message is more important and more powerful. So enjoy the subliminal. I hope you